Out of 16 million suicide attempts each year, almost 1 in 20 succeed, 73% male. Before I'm done, 7 people will have died, and another one is about to. Contemporary scientific studies on suicide can come across as impenetrable and cold to the public, in contrast to the very human nature of the experience. For many ancients, suicide held magic, creating an undead spirit seeking to destroy its enemies. It wasn't fear of death itself, as warrior societies often saw suicide as honorable, neutral, or even good. Early Greeks abhorred the suicide, burying hand and body separately outside the city. Their later philosophers removed emotion from action, and irrational suicides demonstrated life in concord with nature. Roman Stoics further developed this. Self-chosen death was a test of resilience, virtue, and honorably proved an advanced emotional development of the self. Death mattered little to them, but Christians magnified this. Life held nothing, only the afterlife mattered. The paradox of desiring to self-kill God's sacred creature was solved by martyrdom. Augustine denied this. Life was a divine gift, thus suicide was murder and sin. By 562, all suicides were denied burial, and from 693, attempts led to excommunication. Consider the young boy and adult man depicted. The 10-year-old attempting suicide is likely to try the same as an adult. The taboo surrounding mental illness denies us that which inarguably helps the most, to talk. They told Lucretia that one sins in the mind, not the body. Thus, my working title, The Suicide Taboo, The Emergence of Suicidal Shame in Christian Late Antiquity. A great change in how suicide was viewed occurred during the 4th to 7th centuries. I'll study which forces changed volitional death to dishonorable suicide. Which parts did religion play? How did the perception of honorable death and martyrdom change? What happened when the new theistic tradition met other cultures? So merging classics with history permits us using languages to understand changes over time. And the comparative method lets us build a general theory to understand the differences between otherwise similar phenomena. History and classics have an advantage over the natural sciences. We write and speak almost in the vernacular, and the strong public interest for history invites us to share our findings. Through my studies, I wish to raise the public understanding of the underlying cultural history of the suicide taboo, to remove the shame, allow more people to dare speak out, ask for help, and survive.